Hello Facebook people, I'm Konstantinos and today we're going to talk about broad targeting in 2025. So, I'm going to start this video by saying this. The ultimate goal of each ad account is always to go to the broad targeting. Not because you're going to have better results, just because you're going to be able to scale more, you're going to be able to maintain more campaigns, you're going to be able to have better revenue, find more clients and all of that. The point is a journey. How can you reach to that point? Yes, there are companies right now that they have trained pixels and they can do broad targeting immediately, but there are other companies that they are struggling and they have to use other things like interest or lookalikes. There are a lot of people out there that they say that if you just don't do broad targeting in 2025, you're just stupid. I don't like this kind of statements because they tend to forget and they underestimate all the other things that Meta is having as tools like lookalikes or interest, and they don't understand that every single ad account is not the same. So if you're having an ad account which is operating in the United States and is having a completely new pixel, most likely broad targeting is going to fail. It doesn't mean that you're not going to try to go to broad targeting eventually, as I said earlier, but for sure maybe you need to find other ways which are going to help you train your pixel in the most cost efficient way. So what do? We start with ASC campaigns, we are doing then lookalikes, we're doing broad targeting, even with CBOs, we're doing interests with CBOs, we're doing smaller interests, we're doing bigger interests, we're clustering interests, we're doing crazy method with interests, we're doing smaller lookalikes like 1% or 10%, which is working better, stacked lookalikes 10%, crazy method stacked lookalike 10%. We're trying all of these things as long as we're getting data also, which means that our product at least is selling, and maybe we need to find a way of doing it in a more cost efficient way. But eventually we need to end up to the broad targeting. So yes, broad targeting is a must for 2025, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work initially for all of their accounts. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my new mentorship programs, and I would love if you go to the website. You're going to find the link in the description, or you can find it in the menu of my website, and over there you're going to be able to see the different mentorship programs that I have. You can find the one that's going to fit better your needs, and I will hope to see you there. Now, if you have one ad account which broad targeting is not working after 2-3 years, then you're doing something wrong. Most likely you're not training your pixel efficiently, or I don't know what else it can happen over here, but eventually you need to start doing not necessarily ASC campaigns broad targeting, but you need to do broad targeting at least even with CBO campaigns, so that you can be able to scale more. I have a different video talking about lookalikes and interest and how you can use them and stuff, and I have other videos talking about new pixels. But now let's talk a little bit about Advantage Plus audience and original audience. In Advanced Plus audiences, this is what we get on ASC. In my opinion, it's different from the one that we see on the CBOs because they're behaving different. So I have other accounts that the Advanced Plus audience in ASC is working pretty well, then you use Advanced Plus audience in a CBO and it doesn't work at all. So Advanced Plus audience for me right now, it's not working really well because it's expanding to other audiences and stuff. I don't know why in CBOs it's not working. If we talk about ASC campaigns, broad targeting, they're working pretty well. They are making now changes to the ASC as we speak. This is going to happen during 2025, and we're going to have multiple ad sets. We can have CBO ASC campaigns and stuff, which opens the discussion about crazy method. But for sure, we're going to be able to do also targeting along with other events like leads or other events that we were missing from ASC campaigns. I think they're going to rename them also from advantage shopping campaigns to advantage sales campaigns when we talk about sales and purchase events, and you're going to be able also to add other events. On the other hand, I'm seeing that you're going to be able to do more targeting, which is one of the things that I think that it was missing, because we could see that ASC campaigns were working on the good ad accounts or trained ad accounts or ad accounts which were older, but we could see that for other smaller ad accounts or new ad accounts, Meta was proposing that we should run ASC campaigns initially, but this thing was never working. I can tell you that out of the 100 ad accounts, maybe one ad account could have ASC campaigns working immediately pretty well for the ad account with a new pixel and a new ad account. So now they want to change that, And by that, it means that you're going to be able to have original audience inside your ASC campaigns, and you're going to be able to use lookalikes or interest or whatever. And then you're going to have an ASC campaign, but this time with interest and lookalikes. I do believe they do it for the new ad accounts because they have seen that you couldn't use ASC campaigns in the new ad accounts. And I think that, of course, we will have to test it and see if it's working, but I think that it's a great addition, something that was missing. And maybe now we can start with ASC campaigns, but with interests. Of course, we have to test also broad, compare CPMs and all of the things that we showed to the other videos. But for sure, it's a good thing that we're going to start seeing ASC campaigns with more targeting. So if you're watching this video and you have an old ad account with a trained pixel, most likely you're already using broad targeting. Broad targeting is going to be here. But for you, and you're going to be able to scale. But if you're having a new ad account with a new pixel, most likely you need to search also a little bit interest and lookalikes, but always remember that you need to go to the point that you're going to do either ASC or normal campaigns with broad targeting in order for you to be able to have more stable results for a longer period of time, but also more scaling. Like everything, there is not good or bad settings or good or bad options within Meta. It's just different companies, different numbers, different products, different ad accounts, and we have to adapt to it, and we have to compare things between our tests, CPMs and all of that, and decide what is the best thing that we can use in order to have the best possible results. Broad targeting is here. It's working really well. It's going to work, I believe, forever. The algorithm is super sophisticated to make it work, and I think that more and more we're going to use it. I hope eventually we will stop using at all, lookalikes and interest. I really hope that we're going to stop thinking about targeting and we will just do broad targeting, and Facebook will know even since day one with a new pixel who to target, but we're not there yet. At least I believe we're not there yet for 2025, and I believe that targeting, especially in new ad accounts, is going to play still a major role until we reach the point that we do broad targeting. In any case, if you want to learn more, don't forget to check my book, my course, my website, also all my testimonials below my mentorship programs and the people that they have completed it. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.